Fiddler on the Roof. Sounds crazy, no? But here in our little village of Anatevka, you might say every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, why do we stay up there if it's so dangerous? We stay because Anatevka's our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition. For instance, we always keep our heads covered, and we wear a little prayer shawl. This shows our constant devotion to God. You may ask, how did this tradition get started? I'll tell you. I don't know. But it's a tradition, and because of our traditions, every one of us knows who he is and what God expects him to do.
Rabbi. dancing for the Tsar. Of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar far away from us.
Bigger circles. His Honor the Constable, His Honor the Priest, His Honor many, many others. We don't bother them, and so far they don't bother us. And among ourselves, we always got along perfectly well. Of course, there was this time when he sold him a horse, but delivered a mule. But that's all settled now. Now we live in simple peace and harmony. It was a horse.
It was a horse. 2 years and always cheated me.
Our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
On my head, by the stove, foolish girl. Where's Hava? She's in the barn, milking.
Won't Papa be home?
It's almost Sabbath, and he worries a lot when he'll be home. All day long riding on top of his wagon like a prince.
Mama, you know that Papa works hard.
His horse works harder. And you don't need to defend your Papa to me. He could drive a person crazy. He should only live and be well. Sprinza, bring me some more beans. Hava. Did you finish milking?
Yes, Mama.
You were reading again. Why does a girl have to read? Will it get her a better husband? Here.
Mom, my gangster's coming. She's down the road.
Maybe she's finally found a good match for you, Zaito.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Why does she have to come now? It's almost Sabbath.
Go finish in the barn. I want to talk to Yenta alone.
Mama, can I go out and play?
You have feet. Go.
Can I go too?
Go to.
But Mama, the men she finds. The last one was so old. And he was bald. He had no hair.
A poor girl without a dowry can't be so particular. You want hair? Marry a monkey.
But after all, Mama, I'm not yet 20 years old.
Must you boast about your age? You want to tempt the evil eye? Inside, inside.
Golda? Golda? Are you home?
Oh, Golda, darling, I have such news for you. And not just every day of the week news, once in a lifetime news. And where are your daughters outside? Oh, good. Such diamonds, such jewels. You'll see, Golda, I'll find every one of them a husband.
later.
All right.
What does that poor little tailor model want with Zykel?
They have been friends since they were babies together. They talk, they play.
Oh, they play. What do they play?
Who knows, Yenta? They're just children.
Such children? Come other children.
Model, he's a nothing. Yenta, you said.
Children. They are your blessing in your old age. But my husband, my Aaron, he couldn't give me children. Oh, his heart was as good as gold. Never raised his voice to me. But otherwise, Golda wasn't much of a man. So what's the use if he never raised his voice? Other women enjoy complaining, but not Yenta. Not every woman in the world is a Yenta. Well, I must go prepare my poor Sabbath table. It's been a pleasure talking our hearts out to each other. Goodbye, Golda.
Yenta, you said you had news for me.
I'm losing my head. One day it will fall off altogether, and the horse will kick it into the mud. And goodbye, Yenta. Of course, the news. It's about Laser Wolf the Butcher. A good man. A wealthy man, true? Of course, true. Well, he's lonely, the poor man. You understand. Of course you do. Well, to make the story short, out of the whole town, he's cast his eye on Zykel.
My Zykel?
No, the Tsar Zykel. Of course, your Zykel.
Such a match for my Zykel.
Yes.
But Tevye doesn't like Laser. He wants a learned man.
Listen to me, Golda. Send Tavia to him. Don't tell him what it's about. Laser will win him over. He's a good man. A wealthy man. True? Of course, true. Well, you'll tell me how it went. And aside from my fee, which anyway, Laser will pay, it brings me satisfaction to make people happy. And what greater satisfaction is there? So goodbye, Golda. And you're welcome.
Goodbye, Yenta.
What did she want, Mama?
When I want you to know, I'll tell you. Finish washing the floor.
I wonder if Yenta's finally found a husband for you, Zykel.
I'm not anxious for Yenta to find me a husband.
Not unless it's Model, the tailor.
I didn't ask you.
Zykel, you're the oldest. They have to make a match for you before they can make one for me. And then after her, one for me. So if Yenta brings...
Oh, Yenta.
Well, somebody has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide between themselves. She might bring someone wonderful and interesting and well off and important. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look for your hook and make me the perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll ring the bell. You ring the bell, slender and pale.
a horse. Dear God, did you have to make my poor old horse lose his shoe just before the Sabbath? That wasn't nice. It's enough you pick on me, Tevye. Bless me with 5 daughters. A life of poverty. But what have you got against my horse? Sometimes I think when things are too quiet up there, you say to yourself, let's see what kind of mischief can I play on my friend Tevye.
You're finally here, my breadwinner.
I'll talk to you later.
Where's your horse?
He was invited to the blacksmith's for Sabbath.
Hurry up. The sun won't wait for you. I have something to say to you.
As the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure. We've got the sickness already. I'm not really complaining. After all, with your help, I'm starving to death. You make many, many poor people. I realize, of course, that it's no shame to be poor. But it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty rich, title man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with the railway floors below. There could be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere, just for sure. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each now, pee, backoo, back-yak, back-eek, would land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say he lives a wealthy man. Oy. Hey, if I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, hey, I wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty rich, title man, I see my wife, my Goldie, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I'd see her putting on airs and shooting like a peacock. Oi, what the happy mood she's in! And screaming at the servants day and night. The most important man in town will come to fawn on me. They will ask me to advise them like a son in wise. If you please, Tevye, pardon me, Tevye. Poles and problems I would cross a rabbi's eyes. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. 'Cause when you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. This would be the straightest thing of all. I am a rich man. All day long I could really be on if I were a wealthy man. I wouldn't have to work. The Lord who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man?
There he is. Tell me, you forgot my order for the Sabbath.
I had a little accident with my horse.
Tevye, you didn't bring the rabbi's order.
I know, Reb Mendel, I know.
Tevye, you forgot my order for the Sabbath.
This is bigger news than the plague in Odessa.
Talking about news, terrible news in the outside world, terrible.
What is it? What does it say?
In the city called Brzeanka, all the Jews were evicted, forced to leave their homes.
For what reason?
It doesn't say. Maybe the Tsar wanted their land, maybe a plague.
May the Tsar have his own personal plague.
Amen.
Amen.
Why can't you bring us some good news?
I only read it. It was an edict from the authorities.
May the authorities start itching in places they can't reach.
Amen.
Why do you curse them? What good does your cursing do? You stand around and curse and chatter and don't do anything. You'll curse yourselves into the grave.
Excuse me. You're not from this village.
No.
And where are you from?
Kiev. I'm a student in the university there.
Aha, the university. Is that where you learn to disrespect your elders?
That's where I learned what's more life than talk. You should know what's going on in the outside world.
Why should we break our heads about the outside world? Let them break their own heads.
He's right. As the good book says, if you spit in the air, it lands in your face.
That's nonsense. You can't close your eyes to the word.
He's right.
He's right, and he's right. How can they both be right?
You know, you're also right.
He's right. He's still wet behind the ears. My cheese, Tevye. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath,
Good
Tevye.
Sabbath. Good Sabbath.
Tevye, the rabbi's order. My cheese.
Okay. So you're from Kiev, Reb Perchik. So you're a newcomer here. As Abraham said, I am a stranger in a strange land.
Moses said that.
Forgive me. As King David put it, I am slow of speech and slow of tongue.
That was also Moses.
For a man with a slow tongue, he talked a lot.
And the cheese.
I have no money, and I'm not a beggar.
Here, it's a blessing for me to give.
Very well, for your sake.
You know, it's no sin to be poor.
In this world, it's the rich who are the criminals. Someday, their wealth will be ours.
That would be nice. If they would agree, I would agree.
And who will make this miracle come to pass?
People, ordinary people,
Like you?
like me.
Nonsense.
And until your golden day comes, Red Perchik, how will you live?
By giving lessons to children. Do you have children?
I have 5 daughters.
5?
Daughters.
Girls should learn too. Girls are people.
A radical.
I'd be willing to teach them. Open their minds up to great thoughts.
What great thoughts.
Well, the Bible has many lessons for our times.
Perchik, I am a very poor man. Food for lessons? Good. Stay with us for the Sabbath. Of course, we don't eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, when a poor man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Where does the book say that?
Well, it doesn't exactly say that, but somewhere in there it has something about a chicken. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath, children. Children, this is Perchik. Perchik, this is my oldest daughter.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
You have a pleasant daughter.
I have 5 pleasant daughters. This is mine. And this is mine. And this is mine. And this is mine. And this is not mine. Perchik, this is Mato Kamzoil.
So, you did me a favor and came in.
This is also mine. Golda, this is Perchik. He is from Kiev. Oh, he's staying the Sabbath with us. He is a teacher. Would you like to take lessons from him?
I'm a good teacher. A very good teacher.
I heard once the rabbi who was praised himself has a congregation of 1.
Your daughter has a quick and witty tongue.
The which he gets from me. As the good book says,
The good book can wait. Get washed.
the tongue she gets from her mother.
Mottle, you're also eating with us. Of course, another blessing. Seidel, 2 more. Hava, you go too. Sprinza, Bielka, get washed.
Mama can help me.
Absolutely. You can wash outside at the well. Tevye, I have something to say to you.
Why should today be different?
Tevye, I have to...
Shh! I'm praying.
Laser Wolf wants to see you.
The butcher? About what?
I don't know, only his says it's important.
What can be important? I have nothing for him to slaughter.
Tevye, a man sends an important message. Don't be an ox. See him and talk to him.
Talk to him about what? If he's thinking about buying my new milk cow, he can forget it.
Talk to him.
All right. After the Sabbath, I'll talk to him.
Mama, Yencha was here.
I saw her.
If we agree on someone, it will be a match. And then it will be too late for us.
Don't worry, Tidal. I have found someone who will sell me his used sewing machine. So in a few weeks, I'll have saved up enough money to buy it, and then your father will be impressed with me.
But Mama, a few weeks may be too late.
But what else can we do?
You could ask my father for my hand tonight. Now.
Oh, why should he consider me now? I'm only a poor tailor.
And I'm only the daughter of a poor milkman. Just talk to him.
Zidel, if your father says no, that's it. It's final. He'll yell at me.
Mama,
I'm only a poor tailor.
Mama, even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness.
That's true.
Will you talk to him? Will you talk to him?
All right, I'll talk to him.
It's late. Where is everybody? It's late.
Reptevia,
Come, children. Children, we're lighting the candles.
Reptevia.
Yes, Montel, what is it? Well, Montel, what is it?
Good Sabbath, Reptevia.
Good Sabbath. Good Sabbath. Come, children. We're lighting the candles.
May he always shield you from snare.
are you getting ready for a party or some such thing?
There might be a party. Maybe even a wedding.
A wedding? Well, if it's a wedding, I'll be glad to lead the music, lead the dancing and so forth. For a little fee.
Naturally. A wedding is no wedding without you and your little fee.
Good evening, innkeeper. Nastrovia.
Good evening.
We'd like a drink. Sit down, Chetka.
Vodka, schnapps.
Vodka.
Right away.
Good evening.
Good evening, Debbie.
Tivia, what are you doing here so early?
He wants to buy my new milk cow. Good evening, Reblazer.
Tivia, sit down. Have a drink.
I won't insult you by saying no.
Lakai. So, how goes it with you, Tivia?
Well, how should it go?
You're right.
And you?
The same.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So, how's your brother-in-law in America?
Well, I believe he's doing very well.
He wrote you.
Not lately,
Then how do you know?
because if he was doing badly, he would write. May I?
Tevye, I suppose you know why I wanted to see you.
Yes, I do, Reblazer, and there is no use talking about it.
Why not?
Why, yes. Why should I get rid of her?
Well, you have a few more without her.
I see. Today you want one, tomorrow you may want two.
Two? What would I do with two?
The same as you do with one.
Tevye, this is very important to me.
What do you mean important?
Well, frankly, I'm lonesome.
Lonesome? What are you talking about?
You don't know?
We're talking about my new milk cow. The one you want to buy from me.
A new milk cow? So I won't be lonesome?
What's so funny?
I was talking about your daughter Zyko.
My daughter Seidel?
Of course your daughter Zyko. I see her in my butcher shop every Thursday. She's made a good impression on me. I like her. And as for me, Tevye, as you know, I'm pretty well off. I have my own house, a store, a servant. Look, Tevye, why do we have to try to impress each other? Let's just shake hands and call it a match. And you won't need a dowry for her. And maybe you'll find something in your own purse, too.
What do you mean, my purse? My cycle is not the sort that I would sell for money.
All right, look, we won't talk about money. The main thing is, Tevye, let's get it done with. And I will be good to her. I like her. What do you think?
What do I think? You can have a fine conversation with him if you talk about kidneys and livers. On the other hand, not everybody has to be a scholar. And if you're wealthy enough, no one will call you stupid. On the other hand, he's an honest, hard worker. But you know, he has a problem. He's much older than her. That's her problem. But she's younger. That's his problem. I always thought of him as a butcher, but I misjudged him. He's a good man. He will try to make her happy. What do I think? to our prosperity,
To good health and happiness.
and most important, to life, L'chaim, L'chaim, to life. Here's to the father I try to be.
I try to be.
Drink L'chaim, to life, L'chaim, L'chaim, to life.
By the way of good us, blessing and praising us.
Drink younger than myself.
Good evening.
Good evening, Constable.
What's the celebration?
Tevye is marrying off his oldest daughter.
May I offer my congratulations, Tevye?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, Tevye, I have a piece of news I think I should tell you as a friend.
Yes, Your Honor?
And I'm giving this news because I like you. You are a decent, honest person, even though you are a
Jewish dog. Thank you, Your Honor. How often does a man get a compliment like that? And your news?
We have received orders that sometime soon, this district is to have a little unofficial demonstration.
How little?
Not too much. Just a little demonstration, not too serious. Just some mischief. So that if an inspector comes through, he can see we have done our duty. Personally, I don't know why there has to be this trouble between peoples. But I thought I should tell you, and you can tell the others.
Thank you, Your Honor. You're a good man. And if I may say so, it's too bad you're not a Jew.
That's what I always like about you, Tevye. Always joking. And congratulations again for your daughter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Goodbye. Did you have to send me news like that? Today of all days? It is true, we are the chosen people. But once in a while, can't you choose someone else? Anyway, thank you for sending a husband for my daughter Zeidel. L'chaim!
Now, children, I shall tell you the story from the Bible of Laban and Jacob. Then we shall discuss it together, all right?
Yes.
Good. Now, Laban had two daughters, Leah and the beautiful Rachel. Jacob loved the younger, Rachel. So, he asked Laban for her hand. Laban agreed if Jacob would work for him for 7 years.
Was Laban a mean man?
He was an employer. Now, after Jacob worked for Laban for 7 years, Laban tricked him and gave him his ugly daughter, Leah. So, to marry Rachel, Jacob had to work another 7 years. You see, children, the Bible clearly teaches us to never trust an employer. Do you understand?
Yes, Birthday. Yes.
Good. Good. Now,
Papa isn't up yet. No, Mama. How long can he sleep? He staggered home last night and fell into bed like a dead man. I couldn't get a word out of him. Enough. Put that away and clean the barn. Huddle, call me when Papa gets up.
That was a very interesting lesson, Bridget.
do you think so?
Although I don't believe the rabbi agreed with your interpretation.
And neither, I suppose, with the rabbi's son.
My little sisters have big tongues.
And what do you know about him, except that he's the rabbi's son? Would you like him if he was the shoemaker's son or the tinsmith's son?
At least I know this. He doesn't have any strange ideas about turning the world upside down.
Of course. Any new ideas would be strange to you. Remember, the Lord said, let there be light.
Yes, but he was not talking to you personally.
Ah, you have spirit. Maybe a little intelligence, perhaps.
Thank you.
But what good is your brain? Without curiosity, it's but a rusty tool. Good day, Hollow.
We have an old custom here. A boy acts respectfully to a girl. But of course, that would be too traditional for an advanced thinker like yourself.
Our traditions. Nothing must change. Everything is perfect just the way it is.
We like our ways.
Our ways are changing everywhere but here. Here, men study, women in the kitchen, boys and girls must even talk, must even look at each other.
I'm looking at you.
You're very brave. Do you know that in the cities, boys and girls can be affectionate without the will of a matchmaker? They hold hands together. They even dance together. New dances, like this. You like it? I learned it in camp.
It's very nice.
There, you have just changed an old tradition.
Yes, well, you're welcome. Thank you. Good day.
Good day.
Bielka? Sprinter? What's your name? Havel. Where's Zeitel?
She's in the barn.
Well, bring her out. Perchik, how did the lessons go today?
I think we made a good beginning.
Ah, it's finally out. What happened to you last night besides your drinking like a peasant? Did you see Laser Wolf? You have news. What did he say? What did you say? Tell me.
Patience, woman, patience. As the good book says, good news will stay and bad news will refuse to leave. And there's another saying that goes...
You can die from such a man.
Ah, Zeitel, my lamb. You are to be congratulated. You are going to be married.
Married?
What do you mean, Papa?
Laser Wolf has asked for your hand.
I knew it.
The butcher?
My heart told me this was our lucky day. Oh, dear God, I thank thee. I thank thee.
Well, what do you say, Zeitel?
What can she say? My firstborn bride may grow old with him in fortune and honor, not like Frumacera, that first wife of his. She was a bitter woman, may she rest in peace. Not my Zeitel. My Zeitel, a bride. And now I must go thank Yenta, my Zeitel, a bride.
Mazel tov, Zeitel.
You call that a mazel tov? And you, Reb Perchik, aren't you going to congratulate her?
Congratulations, Idol, on getting a rich man.
Again with the rich. What's wrong with being rich?
It's no reason to marry. Money is the world's curse.
May the Lord smite me with it. And may I never recover. Zeitel knows I mean only for her welfare. Am I right, Zeitel?
Yes, Papa.
There, you see?
I see. I see very well.
And why are you so silent?
Papa!
What is it? What's wrong?
I don't want to marry him. I can't marry him. I can't.
What do you mean you can't? If I say you will, you will.
If it's a matter of money, Papa, I'll do anything. I'll hire myself out as a servant. I'll dig ditches. I'll haul rocks.
What's...
But don't make me marry him, Papa, please.
But what's wrong with Laser? He likes you.
I'll be unhappy with him. All my life will be unhappy. I'll dig ditches. I'll haul rocks.
But we made an agreement, and with us, an agreement is an agreement.
Is that more important than I am, Papa? Papa! Don't force me. I'll be unhappy all of my days.
All right. I won't force you.